bullying. He called you mentally retarded. Says you're replaceable every day. Just I want to run down of like more specifics to do with that.
So the bullying, I would say, goes hand in hand. Times where he would call me like mentally retarded and stuff like this, and so to just get into specifics, like yeah, that would totally make sense to get into. One specific that I talked about in the video I made that I'm gonna wait till this goes up to upload that.
Okay.
So kind of up at the same time. So there was one video where we were recording. It was what we were doing was it was like donating $500,000 to just anyone. It was like a compilation video where every single time he'd ever given money, it was like a compilation of every clip in the corner. It like adds up as he gives it away, and it would at the end equal $500,000. It's on his now. You can see it. It's pretty old, probably yearish. I don't know, something like that. And so he was like, "Hey, one like Monday morning, he told me the project, and that was the project that he wanted me to work on." So he's like, "Hey, this is what you're gonna do. I want you to get every single clip where I've ever given away money, add it up, and then it'll equal 500K." Now, off of the bat, I was like, "The only thing about this, and this is cool, I'm down to edit this video, but you're strictly going off of titles to equal 500K." Now, obviously, as everyone knows, YouTubers clickbait, and that's not even pinning anyone up against a wall. That's just saying YouTubers clickbait. Yeah. You give away $7,000. You might just title it "Giving Away $10,000." That's really just what happens. Everyone knows this by now. So I was like, you're going off titles, and so if you literally want me to add every time you've given away money, you're not gonna get to $500,000. It's just I'm telling this before we even talk anymore about the video. And he's like, "Nah, man, I've done the math. Trust me, you're good." I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna argue about it, whatever. Like I know what'll happen, so I'll just wait. So about 8 hours passes. It's the end of the workday. I'm like, "Hey man, I added all these things up, and we're at 410,000. So I knew this would happen." And he's like, "Nah, you probably just did it wrong." And I'm like, "I mean, maybe I'll give you the benefit of the doubt." Another day goes by. I do the same thing, and he's like, oh my bad. He's like, "Nah, bro, I don't see how you don't understand this." And I'm arguing like the counterpoint. I'm like, "I don't understand."
You see, this is where I want to make a point. He was told to do this thing. Told to make it add up to 500K. Like, that's the aim of the video. MrBeast has donated 500K to blank amount of people. That was his job, what he was being paid for. And here he is arguing back on instructions. Like, okay, the first time, that's understandable. We all do that, right? We all think it's a little weird and we talk back to the boss and ask the question about that. But after that first time, you should just do your job. It's not like you're getting paid for it, right? Like, it's kind of a thing that, yes, YouTubers lie. For clickbait, whatever the fuck they want. It happens. But with a job, you don't just continue to argue back over the same bloody point which you've already pointed out once. You could have just stuck with it and finished the editing project, right?
Mm-hmm. While people are...
You know what? I agree with you there. I want to believe. It doesn't really matter. It's rounding up. Exactly. Like, it's rounding up to a point. And what he said earlier is that he was going off of the money put into titles. Again, there's a possibility that on MrBeast's own bank accounts and records and all that, how he's been tracking it, he's probably spent more than $500,000 on giving away things as well as video production, stuff along those lines. But he's saying $500,000, make it $500,000, and that's that. That's the title, that's everything, we're good. If it's, let's say, 463,000, round it up to 500,000. I don't think a lot of people are going to care about that. And clearly, they didn't. But he's making a big deal out of it. You could have spent your time with just finishing off the edit, then arguing back to your boss. I'd understand if he was a work colleague or someone at the same level of you, but no, he's your boss. He's paying you to do that job. Why not just do that job and you're done? Why do you have to argue so much about it? What's the point of that? It kind of sounds like the MrBeast going on to you like you say he is. It's kind of a result of you being somewhat disobedient to what you've been told to do for your job. Which, you know what? I've received worse treatment from a bloody boss. I've had a boss go off his head just because someone fucked up a little. Like,
Yeah.
it's your
Everyone
job.
deals with shit bosses. You're not the first, and you're not going to be the last.
You're
Suck it
getting
up.
paid
Good
to
job.
do that, and by the sounds of it, MrBeast is acting the way he is due to you not listening to him. Just
Yeah.
because you've added up the maths and it's less than what he says it is, doesn't mean jack shit. He's the boss. He's telling you what he wants you to do. He's paying you. Just do it. Don't make a fucking fuss out of it. It's only gotten you to a worse off point.